We are live. Welcome to episode 28 of Filmaholics. Fat. I wish we had some music. That's the other thing we need to add to this whole list is a little bit of music, a little opening music or something. I know
little energy.
Yeah, royalty free. We can get some royalty free music. I can't just maybe we got kicked off of everyone out there. We are no longer on Apple right now. We're going to be back next week. But I wonder if they've been listening to the Dune stuff we've been putting in. Things like that. Hey, everybody listening out there. Welcome to Filmaholics episode 28. We are live on YouTube right now for our second week in a row. I'm here with today Boo Bradley, and Mr. Voozilla. Voo, baby. How you guys doing today?
Hey, doing great. Happy to be back. You know, we've got some great momentum. We've got some goals, and we're going to be huge.
Yeah.
Before this episode, a little town hall.
Yeah. Before the episode, we had a State of the Union town hall, and as a podcast, we got a lot of great things coming our way. Again, when we did this, we were just talking about this. When we did a town hall back when we had, like 10 views, we haven't even had RSS yet. We hadn't had anything yet. We just thought we kind of having fun with the podcast. Let's just try our best to get it out there. And just to announce it, but I'm not going to keep doing this, but because it's been such a change, we're over 600 downloads now. And we are well past that. And that's all happening over the last month. So we just thank everybody out there who's listening. And because of that, we're able to do things like get sponsors. We're able to do things like have new segments, have more guests. I mean, we've got a lot of fun things happening, of course, in this upcoming year that we wouldn't be able to do without those who are listening around the world.
The entourage.
Yeah, we've got the entourage around the world. So it's kind of mind blowing, and we got T-shirts coming. I promise.
Oh, the merch is on the way.
I think it's legit happening. It's legit gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, just like how we start every show, I'm gonna ask the boys. I mean, Brad, Vu, who wants to go first? Just tell us and tell the people out there, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. I'm doing even better every time I see our numbers go up, because that means people are vibing with what we're putting down. And what we're putting down is just hanging out, having fun, and talking movies. So it's a joy to be here every week. And, I can't wait to keep growing, keep getting better.
I just can't wait until this can become our full-time jobs.
That's
what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah. I can't wait for that either. I can't wait for when we can podcast in person. That was another goal we should write down, a podcast in person.
That would be fun.
That'd be kind of fun to get a studio of some sort. Yeah. If we were to do this full time, are we still doing it over the computer, or are we going to move to the same city with all the wealth we've gained and then we go to a studio?
I think we would have to be in Hollywood, right?
Yeah, we'd have to.
Yeah, we'd have to. I mean, the people are going to want us. Can't go to
probably have our own studio.
Yeah, you can't go to a movie premiere in Mason City, Iowa, and get found. So, how you doing, Boo?
Not too bad. Just been hanging out, watching some TV and movies, but it's been. I look forward to this every week, hanging out with you guys, seeing the numbers grow, seeing the podcast grow. It's great,
I think that's a very good point, Boo. I think when we have a good episode, we're so excited after a really good episode, whether it's not even our best. We feel almost every episode we come out, we're very pumped up. So like last week, we were texting each other about that new segment we created with Fat GPT or whatever the heck we want to call it. I just think it shows that we're not trying to do this to become famous. Of course, no one's trying to do this. Podcasting is such a silly world, such a talentless thing to do, but it is something that's enjoyable, and I think that's conveyed to the people who are listening out there. So I don't know.
And we hope the viewers enjoy it as much as we enjoy making it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too.
How you doing, Sexy Kev?
I'm doing well. Yeah, like Brad says, I mean, every time I look at that list and I'm refreshing it and seeing the downloads, I just can't believe it. It makes, not saying I still love going to movies without this, but like it makes seeing a movie, I think to myself, oh, that's cool. I want to talk about that. It adds a new element to just watching a movie brainless and numbless, and that's always a good thing to do still. But I don't know if I like Godzilla versus Kong as much as I would have if I wasn't doing this podcast with you guys. You know what I mean? Or
I get that.
Is little things like that get me pretty pumped. I just think life's good. Lately, life has been extremely good. I just think I really can't complain about anything going on. It's pretty nice. So, and this is just a nice cherry on top. So,
Right.
Nice.
I mean, how lucky are we? How lucky are we that we get to be live on YouTube with 0 followers or 0 listeners talking about movies with you guys?
Where's John Smith?
Yeah, where is John Smith and his twin brother Zachary Smith? Those piece of works. They haven't sent us any chats yet, but and all those fake ads we're creating. Now we're going to be having real ads, so we may be advertising, since we're not that big. We may be advertising some pretty small podcasts on our own podcast, which may be our competition, maybe not. I mean, we're pretty niche enough idea, I feel like, for being in the film industry. I mean, you come to our episodes not looking for deep analysis. You come to our episode for a little bit of fun while talking about movie news. So
it's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it. Well, hey, I mean, let's just jump into the episode itself. This week, for all the film lovers out there and the people who don't know, is CinemaCon in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Caesars Palace. So you're all probably wondering, CinemaCon, that sounds kind of cool, but also what the hell is that? CinemaCon is a event that happens every year just before the big movie, like the summer blockbuster movies. And essentially it is a come together of all the big movie producers, big director, or not some directors, just anybody in the industry itself. And then also they get to interact with people who own movie theaters. So like if you were to own a movie theater in Minneapolis or own a movie theater in Afghanistan where Kenny's located, you would be at probably CinemaCon. And you're able to sit and watch essentially these companies or these production companies like Marvel, Disney, like Warner Brothers, Paramount, Universal are coming out and essentially saying, "Hey, here's what we have on the radar for this upcoming year. We want you guys to show our movies in your theaters." It's kind of like almost a tribute to movie theater owners. So when you guys hear that, what do you guys think when you hear that? Kind of like a con like that.
Obviously very exciting because we have some great news, but I'm actually, this could be a very boring question, but I'm very curious the business of this. Are they trying to convince movie theaters to like pick them up and show them?
I think sorry, keep going.
No, yeah, that's it.
I think what it is essentially being like, so you remember when, let's say when you were, let's say when Avengers came out, they sold out every single theater for the first like 2 days. You couldn't go see a movie unless it was an Avenger movie in that theater. It was kind of wild. So that's what you're doing, is you're convincing these guys to be like, hey, I've got Fall Guy coming out. Usually it's in maybe the IMAX, Dolby Digital, and then a couple of digital screens throughout the day. You're trying to essentially be like, hey, you know what? That looked really good. And they actually showed a free showing of Free Guy yesterday, or Fall Guy yesterday. And it makes it work to where maybe the theater owners are going to themselves, okay, I want to start showing this theater a little bit more. Now or showing this in more theaters throughout the day, maybe compared to what it was originally. Again, I don't know if you're Cinemark or if you're AMC. I'm sure they're delegating like, hey, you guys have to show it this much and do this, and this. But I think it's just really just kind of like an excuse for movie theater owners to just celebrate movies. Really
cool.
Yeah.
Just which could be me watching some movies, you know?
Yeah, man. Getting like live announcements. I mean, we're going to discuss, I think we're not going to spend 20 minutes on each segment because there's been so many announcements. But let me just kind of go through the rundown of what each night entails. We've got, so CinemaCon takes place and it started yesterday and it is going all the way to Thursday night. So I think there's like a Thursday night party, and how it works is like throughout the entire week, they'll do like movie releases. So they'll show things like Fall Guy, which we'll see in a couple of weeks in theaters, but everyone who went to CinemaCon got to see it for free. Last year they showed The Flash unedited, so it was not like completely finished, but they showed the entire movie last year for free to get people excited.
And I heard they applauded the entire movie.
What do you mean, the entire time, or you said they
were just applauding? They just loved the movie. Yeah. Ezra Miller's standing ovation.
Yeah, Ezra Miller.
Is that when Tom Cruise said that it's like the greatest movie he's ever seen?
Yeah, I think you're right, dude. Yeah. There's some actors there, like last year, oh my God, Olivia Wilde was promoting, or it was 2 years ago, Olivia Wilde was promoting Don't Worry, Darling. Did you guys ever see that movie with Harry Styles?
Yep.
Well, then
Pugh.
she got her divorce papers on stage from Jason
I
Sudeikis.
forgot about that.
Yeah, like how wild is that?
No pun intended.
I think they showed Top Gun 2 as well as at CinemaCon 2 or 3 years ago. That was Tom Cruise. So it's just an exciting event for people alike to celebrate movies. I think someday, hopefully, we can attend. Everyone who I listen to, a lot of people, I mean, they get people like us, of course, not people like us, but people out there to come check it out and see things live. So today's episode is going to be a lot just kind of discussing the news we went through, as well as hopefully do kind of a live check-in to see if there's been any news announced and get kind of a live reaction to that. I think that'd be kind of fun. But with that being said, I say we just dive into some of the news. So just to give you guys a rundown on the schedule, let me pull up the document we do and let me pull out my glasses. So
My glasses.
like I said yesterday was the first day and it was the Warner Brothers presentation. Okay, so that's the schedule. So what Warner Brothers is doing, they're essentially just they spend 2-3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it may be, essentially coming out and being like, "Hey, John Wick is back," and then everyone goes crazy. And it's like one of those things. Have you guys seen like cinema or like let's say Comic-Con reaction? So it's kind of like that, but it's a little less because movie theater owners are older usually, and they're not trying to just be on their phone and being like, "This is amazing," you know what I mean? Like usually things don't leak.
Yeah.
So then today is going to be Lionsgate and Universal. So Universal is going to be going through news. Hopefully we can check out and see it live what we've got. And then tomorrow is going to be Paramount as well as Disney. So and then what we're hearing from Disney, the plan currently is for them to essentially go through everything they've announced and just give us an update on everything, which is going to be very exciting. And so just to kind of run through what we have seen and already been announced, I want to get you guys a quick reaction here. So the first thing that was announced yesterday was that Keanu Reeves is returning as John Wick for Ballerina. First question, have you guys seen the new one? Second, did you know what happened?
I have not.
Okay, well, John Wick died.
Okay.
Yeah, so spoiler alert for anyone out there, John Wick is technically dead in this new world. But apparently confirming he is coming back to Ballerina, which is the new version of, it's like a John Wick spinoff with Ana de Armas.
Oh.
Did you guys, have you heard of that news before?
I did not
I
know
knew
that
there was
she was
gonna.
in
Yeah,
the-
I knew there was gonna be a female one.
Did you guys see Ana de Armas in James Bond's last movie?
Yep.
She was awesome.
Yep.
She was a badass. I mean, that was the one thing in that movie I wish we had more of. Truthfully, I thought she did a great job, and I think that essentially got her this role. Give me your guys' thoughts on John. I mean, are you interested in seeing a ballerina movie? Are you excited to see that Ana de Armas is going to get a little bit of somebody helping her out and joining her in John Wick? And is this going to be on your guys' list of movies to see this year?
Is there any John Wick fatigue?
Or sorry, next year.
It hasn't there already been 4 movies and he just died, you said? So like, are you surprised that he's coming back already?
Yeah, I apparently what they announced as well is that this movie, the ballerina movie, is taking place between 3 and 4.
Okay.
So that's a good question. Let's look at John Wick's box office.
Because they also just made a show, didn't they, on Peacock?
And it didn't do well. But I think that was
Yeah.
just because it was a bad show.
Because
So
that
if
was
you-
about the hotel, right?
Yep. I'm looking at this. I will say John Wick 4 was my favorite out of all of them. I thought it was really good. It was actually shot phenomenally. But if you look at domestically, the most recent John Wick 4 made the most. John Wick 3
Oh.
was in second place. John Wick 2 was in third. And then the first John Wick, barely made more money than what Monkey Man made,
Oh, wow.
which is kind of crazy. So I don't know. Is there fatigue for you, Brad? I mean, do you not care about the John Wick universe?
I guess so, since I haven't even seen the last one where he, spoiler alert, dies.
And it is the best one. Like I legit thought like it was 3 hours long and that felt long, but it was also the coolest one. It was the best shot, it had some insane scenes, the best characters so far. I mean, it was not a bad movie.
I'll have to check it out then. But I mean, I'm always down for just a well shot, well choreographed action movie,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
those have been.
And it took place in Japan right after I'd been to Japan, so I was kind of like,
I was there.
Yeah.
How does this stack up to like James Bond? Is it similar? Not so similar?
I think James Bond's more story, whereas this is more like a samurai movie with guns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you
that's
agree with
well
that,
done.
Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Whereas
add
James
to
Bond's
it.
more like the suave. I mean, wasn't it like it's such a funny concept? John Wick came back from the dead, or not the dead, but came back to kill people because they killed his dog. Just a simple concept, but like it got the people going who were watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And it was just well done. Like it was done out of respect, and it just felt mature, and like there was care to it.
Did you feel like it revolutionized the shooter genre? It brought back the shooter genre, if you ask me.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, these choreographic moves are they're not simple. Like you can tell that he gave a crap. It revived Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That's something we forget about that.
100%.
Yeah. And he's really just playing himself. I really don't think he's acting. I mean, he's just being Keanu Reeves with a new name, but I don't know. Any other thoughts with this one here for the first announcement?
Will you guys see it when it comes out?
I will see it. Yes.
It'd be a good A-list.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah.
Go to Dolby, see it loud.
Oh,
and clear.
Dolby? Wow.
Oh my God.
I can only imagine what that's like.
I forgot I spelled M. Night Shyamalan so terribly on this list. All right. So the next thing that came out was the reveal trailer for Michael Jackson's biopic, who's being played by his, which just started shooting a month ago. And they already have a trailer. He was being played by his nephew, I think. Now, next, I mean, what say you guys? Does this intrigue you? Are you guys interested in seeing a Michael Jackson biopic? Are you guys hoping it to be a biopic that's kind of like the other ones we've seen where it's a little bit, they make him look a little bit better? Or do you want to see the trials and tribulations of what Michael Jackson had to go through?
Oh, that's a good question. Wow. I was not expecting a Michael Jackson biopic.
Yeah. I to be honest,
The greatest superstar of all time.
I don't think I've watched a musician's biopic since like Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, you never saw Bohemian Rhapsody?
I have not seen that. I haven't seen like the new Elvis movie.
Oh,
so
yeah, good movies. They're all really well done. And usually they get nominated, or like the actor usually gets nominated for best actor.
But Michael Jackson, like that's like pretty much that's like our era, right?
That's one of one. I mean, it goes him, Beatles, Elvis, if you ask me.
No
Maybe,
Drake
and then Taylor Swift. Maybe.
No Drake.
Beyonce?
It's hard to say when Beyonce's not even number one in her time.
Fair.
That's the only reason I say that. That's why I don't bring up like the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, because it was run by the Beatles. But you could say in between there. But either way,
I think I would be very interested in this, just because like I remember watching The Funeral on TV as a kid.
Do you guys remember him? Do you remember him hanging his baby off the balcony?
Yes. Yes.
I just rewatched that. It's absurd. He would have been canceled.
Yeah. He did some wild stuff.
He just carries the baby, and then the baby's foot gets stuck, and he can't bring it up. And then he puts him away, and then he comes back out, and he puts the blanket over his face, and he's like to everyone.
Man, I just wonder what they show. Like, what is this biopic gonna be? Is they gonna show the ups and downs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would hope.
Because do you guys know about the ups? Like, do you know that about the fact that he was Drake and Taylor Swift combined? You know what I mean? Like famous. Like he was a god essentially in the music world. I mean, what do they call him? The
King of Pop.
The King of Pop. There's only one King of Pop.
Yeah. Like I'm very intrigued. I feel like I'd learn a lot in this biopic.
Mm-hmm.
So
and there's so much like Jackson 5, like how we first started. Like even when he was a young child, there's so much like content there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see how this is done and what they show, what they pick and choose, because they can't, do everything,
And I will say this, I do want to see more about him being white by the end of it. I do want to, like, that is such a unique thing. I want to see how they go into that. Now, do we want to see because
Never
you guys,
Everland.
well, did you guys hear that essentially got debunked? Like all these kids were not even supposed to, these people weren't even supposed to go into it. So essentially you have to count that as like not true, but it's still out. Like it's not even on HBO anymore.
Oh,
Wait, what
really?
was on HBO?
Finding Neverland.
I didn't even know what that.
Oh, I was talking about the kids who were like, he spread my cheeks open and licked it. Like they had a huge thing on go on YouTube sometime, look up Finding Neverland interviews. It's insane the things they said he did to them.
And none of that was true. It came out.
You can't say it's true when he's dead. / they all signed a thing being like, none of this happened when they were kids.
Oh.
I Googled Finding Neverland, and it's a Johnny Depp movie as well.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is a thing. Yeah. So funny. All right. Well, hey, I think we're excited to see this.
Yes, I would.
Also cool that his
watch
nephew's playing him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep it in the
like
fam.
that.
Yeah, keep it in the family. All right, man. Moving on to there will be this one I don't care about, but there's gonna be a live action Naruto movie announced.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Naruto.
I'm a huge Naruto fan.
Give us your thoughts, then, Brett. we gotta soundbite that.
Yes.
21 and
Naruto.
Oh man,
I actually don't know if I'm excited. I'm not a huge fan of live action adaptations. Like I also like One Piece. I never watched the One Piece show that's come out on Netflix. I just have no interest. It's just I'm gonna watch it probably because Naruto is huge. Like I watched that when I was young.
yeah.
But that's the thing. Okay. That's the thing about animes is a lot of these young boy voices are done by females.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So that's why I'm always curious of like when you have little Naruto, who plays him, who voices him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I am excited because it's a sick story. It hypes you up. Massive underdog turned village hero. Spoiler alert. But I'm very
Aren't there a
excited.
bunch of seasons in the anime?
Yeah, there's 2 different mangas. He is a little boy for about 200 chapters. That's about like 20 pages each. And then there's about 500 chapters as a teenager. That's Naruto Shippuden. So there's a lot of content. Obviously, when you do the anime, there's more because they like to do fillers. So there's like over 700 episodes.
So did the manga come out first and then the TV show?
Yeah, so the manga came out and it's a weekly. So it's part of Weekly Shonen, which is like this manga comic book, you could say. And so like the new kids would get it and it has a bunch of different, like it has One Piece, it has Bleach, it has My Hero Academia, One Punch Man. Like it has all these combined and you see what's new for the week. And so that would generally equal one episode. But as that time frame slows down, like sometimes they'll take a break or whatever, the anime will catch up. And so that's where you see a lot of filler for anime, is that they're trying to fill time and weeks for the manga to like get ahead so that they can adapt it. Gotcha. So that's why there's just usually more anime than there is manga chapters, because they just need to fill TV space. But I'm excited.
It was all over Tokyo and Vietnam. Yeah, there was like huge comic book stores everywhere. Naruto was pretty popular.
That shit's huge. And now it didn't used to be as cool when we were growing up. Like that was always the weird kids, but it's much more mainstream now, which I'm very excited about.
Remember Naruto running into Area 51?
I was just going to bring that up.
That's amazing.
I never watched it as a kid, so I don't know if I would watch it as an adult.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean that's all right. We lost one of our viewers because of that, but that's all right. So that's news on Naruto. Now You See Me 3. Who here watched Now You See Me 3 or 2 and 1?
I watched 1.
Those are fun.
Well, the
one
third
was really good.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. I want him. Yeah, he's back as the magician. Oh, we got somebody back. All right, good. Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg is he's back. Everyone's back. I mean, are we all pumped about it? There's not much news about it, but are we excited to see a third one?
That's a sick cast too.
Oh, it's a great cast. Yeah, what is it? Him, Jesse Eisenberg,
Mark Ruffalo,
Mark
Woody
Ruffalo,
Harrelson,
Woody
Dave
Harrelson.
Franco, Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that
Isla
Morgan Freeman.
Fisher, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very stacked cast.
Well, I'm excited to see it. Now, the next one is called, it's M. Night Shyamalan's next movie. I don't know what it's called, but it's starring Josh Hartnett and a newer actress. I can't think of what her name is. I don't remember it. I should have wrote this down. But so they released a trailer for it. They announced a trailer for it during CinemaCon. Just to give you an idea of how this movie. So it's a dad and it starts off with a dad and his daughter, and essentially being like, "Hey, we're going to go see Taylor Swift, a Drake, as somebody who's very popular." And she's very excited and she's very happy to go see with her dad. And he surprises her with these tickets. So they show up to this concert. And while they're waiting in line for some food, this is all happening during the trailer. So hopefully I'm not spoiling the trailer too much when it's released, but I just think it's a really cool concept. They're standing in line and they start noticing there's a lot of police presence everywhere. So the father goes up to one of the person who's, oh, hi, Daisy, goes up to the person who is, working at the cash register and say, "Hey, I'm noticing a lot of police response here. Can you tell me what's going on?" And the person apparently at the cash register goes, "Yeah. So we have a lot of police response because they're setting up at this concert for a murder. Apparently a murder. They're trying to. Apparently he bought a ticket. They found out they got a tip that he's going to be at the concert for his next murder to kill somebody, and he's there." So all you see next in the trailer is the daughter runs off, sees her friends, and you see the guy go to the bathroom. And while the father's in the bathroom, apparently he pulls up his camera of his next, or I guess somehow he sees a camera or something. You essentially find out that the father is the murderer there to try to kill somebody.
Ooh.
And yeah. So they're after him, I guess, and it just ends with him smiling at his phone or something like that. I just think that's a really cool concept, and that kind of pumps me up for his next movie because I didn't really necessarily like his last one.
Are you interested in seeing The Watchers?
That was going to be one on the list. I just don't know much about it. What is it?
I don't even think there's that much out there, but it's Dakota Fanning and like 3 other people are stuck in a box, and apparently it's like a one-way mirror is one of the sides of the box, and there's people outside, like some creatures or something.
I did hear about this. Yeah.
And they watch you at night, and they just like there for entertainment.
Apparently they showed a trailer for that too. There.
Ooh.
Yeah, that looks really cool too. I like that idea a lot.
I'm intrigued by both movies.
Yeah, I think horror's back for sure. Horror is such an interesting concept because you can create a horror film on such a low budget, so you can create more of them.
Also, I think one of my favorite types of movies, which he, became famous for, are movies with a twist. Yeah. I think if you can do a twist right, that just makes a movie experience for me so much more enjoyable, where you kind of leave it like, you leave the theater like, holy fuck.
I want to leave the theater like questioning things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then you make
and then you're going to talk about it after. You'd be like, what was it?
Did the spinner drop in Inception?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes it just question things and think about it. And I like that.
I do too, man. I do too. Keep it on the horror train. Blair Witch Project was announced next. Blair Witch, they're going to be remaking a Blair Witch movie. So that sounds pretty amazing.
Have you guys?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was the original. It was such a pop culture icon when it came out. Vu. Like they essentially never released it. So when the movie came out in 1998, it was just a recording. It looked like a recording that was on like your camera, and that's all. What the trailer was, maybe 30 seconds, and that was the only trailer they released. So the entire movie, nobody knew what was being released. They thought essentially they created this with this marketing idea that it was like essentially a real movie. You're watching a recording of a real movie of somebody getting killed in the woods. So it was essentially Paranormal Activity before Paranormal Activity.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Cloverfield before Cloverfield.
Cloverfield before Cloverfield. I mean, there was literally no trailers besides that one. And there's an iconic shot because it ends with the girl like, and it's all from under here, and she's freaking out, and it's just you see the light and it's dark, and she's just snotting all over. all over the camera. It's so ridiculous. I think I've seen it in like they like made fun of it in like Family Guy or something like that. But it was such a crazy reenactment. But yeah, some people would say that's one of the greatest horror films of all time.
Wow.
I mean, Brad, is it one of yours?
Consider it? Yeah. Would you guys consider it one of the greatest?
I would say it's one of the most innovative.
Yeah.
I think it spawned a whole generation of movies. I think
you're right.
If you just look at it by itself, like there are parts that I found very boring. But
for sure, the entire first half, they're like, oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, but like the ending ramps up, and it's really, really incredible. And I'm just skeptical on a remake, sequel, whatever you want to call it, just because that to me seemed like it was just a one-off special moment. Like it's because not that you know what's up, like you know the whole gist, you get it. I just wonder if it takes a little bit away.
Yeah, I feel like a remake for a horror movie, if most people already know what's going to happen, it's not going to have the same effect.
I mean, I will say this: horror movies. I haven't seen a really bad horror movie in a while. I know there are bad horror movies out there, but I myself haven't seen a terrible one. They haven't really, they have not been god awful what they used to be like.
Yes,
yeah, so you put a decent director behind it. I mean, people want to be a part of horror movies now.
Yep.
So. All right, cool. And it takes place in Blair, Maryland. I just Googled that, so that's pretty decent.
Oh.
Yeah, it takes place. Why, you been to Blair or something? Or you just
no, Blair Witch Blair.
Yeah, I don't. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. All right. Next thing that was announced was Lord and Miller, who Lord and Miller direct Spider-Man and Across the Spider-Verse, have a new movie coming out called Project Hail Mary, which is releasing in 2026. Apparently, it's a book of some sort. I can Google it quick.
Will this be animated or live action?
That's what I'm wondering. Here, let's see. Oh, I messed my neck up. Oh, starring Ryan Gosling. Okay, that's kind of dope.
Get out of
here. Yeah. It's production this summer. An adaptation. Yeah, it's gonna be real life. Apparently, it's written by Drew Goddard. Tells the story of an Earth slowing, inching towards doomsday. Science teacher Rylan Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, is tapped to help solve this issue and embarks on a spacebound expedition to save the human race. Oh, so it's Interstellar too. I mean, of course, it's gonna be sick, or it's, whatever. I guess they can't spoil it for us, but I mean, Ryan Gosling in space, sign me up.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brad?
I'm excited.
Yeah, what do you think, Boo?
It's got the Spider-Man people.
And they're really good. Yeah.
Plus, Ryan Gosling, I feel like he's like an up-and-coming Hollywood actor.
Up-and-coming?
Up-and-coming to me. Since
I saw it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, just to give you a background on this guy, he did Lego Movie, 2122 Jump Street, Spider-Man, of course, and America, the Motion Picture, which looks sick. Oh, and collided with a chance of Meatballs, too. So I'm not saying it's a big risk, but it looks like it's going to be a big movie for him. Or for them.
For sure.
To get Gosling on there, I mean, that takes, it's not easy to do.
Especially these days. Woo, that man's hot.
All right.
I've never heard of him. He's up and coming, probably.
Yeah. He's up there with like Timothée Chalamet. They're both coming up together. Hopefully, he's in a Marvel movie someday. I think he will.
I think so too.
Well, yeah. Project Hail Mary will release in 2026. Next, this is a lot. I can imagine being there. I'd be like, oh, can you give me a minute? My heart can't take it. Ryan Gosling's was just on there. Give me a minute. And then they announced that the real Superman logo was revealed. So that's good. We can show it here quick.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It just looks like a cool version of the comic book one, I think. Here, let's see. Are there new news about it?
This is 2025, right? Superman?
Yep, 2025. What? I can't seem to find it unless you guys can find it. Here, let's see. I think it's here it is. All right. I'll share my screen here. Present, share.
Interesting.
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it on that one. And then did you guys see the Joker 2 trailer?
I've seen like pictures from it and a little clip, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Same here. Yeah.
Do you guys mind if we watch it?
Let's do it.
Let me know what you guys think.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
And this is a musical, right?
You'll see.
I think so.
You'll see. All right, here we go. All right, let me share the screen here.
Is this why we're not on Apple Podcast?
No, it just said it's our freaking picture. I swear. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
So skinny.
Hey, Fleck, you got a joke for us today?
We use music to make us whole, to balance the fractures within ourselves.
I'm nobody. I haven't done anything with my life like you have. Let's get out of here.
What the world needs now is a love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just to live love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Tell us, what's changed? Are there?
I'll tell you what's changed. We're not alone anymore. That's what we should be talking about.
I want to see the real you.
Wow.
I think that looks amazing.
Yeah.
That end shot's really incredible.
That is.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that on Twitter?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
like-
clip I've seen.
somebody needs a raise for that.
Yeah.
That
I
was
can't
so
believe
cool.
Lady Gaga's like an actress now.
Oscar-winning actress. If you didn't know.
Yeah.
And then this is also the first ever movie where an Oscar winner, so for Best Actor, is reprising his role, the same role.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because the Joker in Dark Knight died, and I can't think of other ones, but yeah. So it's the first time. So like, just to think about that, like this has to be good if you're bringing back, you're bringing back an award-winning actor. To like, it could tarnish his entire, what he did in the first time. It's a risk, but I think he saw the script and he thought, you know what, let's do it. Let's make some money. And Lady Gaga is kind of an amazing actress. She's actually she's a theater girl through and through. Like she was a theater girl her entire life. Tried being an actress and then became a singer. That
Wow.
So
Yeah. I
Kinda
need
cool,
to
right?
rewatch the first one. I remember very fondly that the first one was very good.
it's also hard to watch. It's also one of those movies.
Yeah.
That's kind of the big selling point here is that it's a mind trip for sure.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Taxi Driver? It's very similar to that movie. If you guys have seen that one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, That's all right.
I'm just curious how it integrates music because that was really cool. Of like, just the integration of the song "Imagination" from Willy Wonka.
Mm-hmm. I thought the same thing, but then also had "Sweet Love, Sweet Love."
Yeah, I'm
It's
very
the
excited.
only thing that. Is this now on your guys' top 5 movies of the year to watch? Does that change
Yes.
it?
Probably.
I think I
It
am
changed
now
for me
very
too.
hyped.
Yeah,
I'm very
Brad, do you think you're gonna like it more now that you have this podcast? Now that you've got a little more involvement and you might be part of the zeitgeist? Because the first one took over when it came out. I mean, you were probably down in South America, maybe.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the first one yet, Brad?
I did. I saw it maybe a month or two ago,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I thought it was okay. Personally,
For sure.
but yeah, I just think Harley Quinn's such a cool character, and I bet Lady Gaga is going to do a phenomenal job. So I'm very excited.
And don't forget too that he is. This is not like a comic representation. Essentially, it's a mentally ill man watching him go insane, and then attaching Joker to it to get
Yeah, that's a
million
great
people to
point.
watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Next news article, and we'll go quick. Just Beetlejuice is using completely zero CGI. I'm pumped about that. I mean, it's going to be very similar to the first one, which has zero CGI in that as well. Have you guys seen Beetlejuice 1?
God, when I was a young child.
Same. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So I really don't know what to expect.
What even is the premise of Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I could not tell you. If someone wants to Google it, I really don't care to. This one is going to have to surprise me.
2 characters die in a car accident. They find themselves stuck haunting their country residence, unable to leave the house. When the unbearable Dietzes and their teen daughter buy the home, the couple attempt to scare them away without success. Their efforts attract Beetlejuice, who is Michael Keaton, a rambunctious spirit whose help quickly becomes dangerous for the family. Okay. I'm intrigued. I like Michael Keaton. I feel like I should rewatch that movie.
I do too. I think I kind of want to check it out as well. Well, yeah, Beetlejuice is coming out, and I don't know. I think it's coming out this year. We saw the trailer, I think, before Ghostbusters, didn't we, Brad?
Yeah, that's right. That is right.
It looks good. And they've got one of the hottest actresses right now going. I mean, what's her name? From Wednesday is going to be in it.
Jenna Ortega.
So she is so typecasted for horror movies. It's so funny. All right, going on next is that Mickey 17 was shown as well. That's the movie that's by Bong Joon-ho, who did Parasite, if I remember correctly, and it's starring Robert Pattinson. What else is it showing?
Was it you or where did I thought I saw somewhere that it's in like release hell, like it keeps getting pushed.
That was me. Yeah, it got pushed a full year.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo is going to be in it. Stephen Yeun's going to be in it.
Ooh.
Damn.
Toni Collette, she's amazing. So it has a pretty good set of actors and actresses. But pretty much the premise of Mickey 17 is that Robert Pattinson playing a guy who just dies over and over for the government, and he keeps being revived. So not much else is said. They're kind of keeping it secret. But Brad, I see you laughing there.
That just makes. I was reading the thing and it called him a disposable employee.
Yeah, for sure.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, right?
Tough day at the office.
Yeah, tough day for sure. So that trailer was released. It's coming out in January of next year, 2025. But I'm looking forward to it. January is a little awkward of a time to be released, so I get a little worried about that. But I can't imagine Robert Pattinson, Mark Ruffalo, Toni Collette, Stephen Yeun being in a movie together. That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you guys think about that? Now you have little information, but does that get you excited with the cast?
I'm
seeing
excited.
him with the director, you're excited?
Yeah.
I think Robert Pattinson is also, he's up and coming. I don't think I've heard of him either.
Yeah,
but he's been hot lately too.
Yeah. Wasn't he a wolf in a movie, Pat?
Oh man,
I don't know.
The Twilight stands are gonna kill us.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, Vu and I's well, I guess I don't know about Vu's lady, but Vu's friends, the ladies were obsessed with it. Lindsay,
day.
Sid, and Holland were geeks towards it.
Yeah, as most of like the American teenagers
were. And now they're all reading the horny books that are like essentially pressing that and pressing upgrade.
Yeah.
Those new ones, what are they called? Court of Thorns or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah,
No.
Kevin's definitely been reading it.
No, I have not. No. No. When I see fairies fucking, I'm not watching it. Yeah, I'm not watching fairies bang. Brad, did you read it?
No, I've just heard of it.
Yeah, I'd skip that sci-fi if I were you. Yeah. And then the last thing announced, not the last thing, I think I added this in, but Megalopolis, that movie that's by Francis Ford Coppola, is going to be shown at the 77th Cannes Film Festival, which is like you show movies there that you think are going to win Oscars and get high acclamation. And you don't like, if it's bad, you'll get booed out of there.
Damn.
It's very.
Did Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones did not get good. Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh shit, is this not a good movie?" And
oh man,
it was shit. So, I just want to quickly just run through if there's been any news announced for today, just to see what it be, because there was a Paramount.
You literally heard it here first.
So we're gonna live go through this together. But apparently so here we go. So there was over 5 minutes of footage for Wicked just shown at CinemaCon.
Is that the one with Ariana Grande?
Yeah. Does anyone here want to see Wicked?
Probably not.
I don't know. I saw it as a kid. I saw the play production, and I don't remember enjoying it too much. So, yeah.
Ariana Grande just also wasn't that. I'm just not really. I don't really like her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like a Mac Miller guy, but like I still think about when she like went to Pete Davidson.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even have skin in the game. I just think there must have been multiple things going on, but
sounds like you got some serious skin.
Yeah.
I was a big Mac Miller fan, so
were ya?
I'm gonna stand with Mac.
One of my old coworkers, I go, Mac Miller. It was right when Mac Miller died, and I go, yeah, it's sad. Like, I wasn't a fan of him. I understand why people are freaking out. And he goes, yeah, like I feel like being a fan of Mac Miller is like being equivalent to being a fan of like if something happened to like Kid Cudi. And I go, yeah, totally, not big fan of Kid Cudi.
As you're crying, just thinking about the day Kid Cudi dies.
Yeah, I'm like trying to get promoted, and this guy's just shitting on Kid Cudi. Yeah, totally not, dude. It's so weird. I hope he dies tomorrow.
Damn.
Kid Cudi, we didn't mean it.
No, I don't mean that, Kid Cudi. I just had to. I'm in corporate America. If this was my job, I wouldn't be saying that ever. But this isn't. We have 0 viewers. So clearly, for now. Michelle Yeoh will sing in Wicked. Okay.
Oh, that's exciting.
Go off, Queen. Farming is the most rewarding experience. Oh, that's an ad. Okay.
Oh man.
All right, so a new digital was announced called Chris Sanders says the visual design for the Wild Robot is inspired by old Disney classics and Hayao Miyazaki. Brad, is that not the person who does Spirited Away?
Oh, Miyazaki, yeah.
So, like, this is what it's looking like. Let's check it out. I mean,
yeah, he's a Studio Ghibli guy.
I think this looks, wow, that actually looks kind of amazing.
That does look beautiful.
All the colors.
I'm intrigued.
I'm pumped about that. So that'll be a good digital. That'll be a good animated film to watch. Speak No Evil was released.
I watched that trailer.
Tell us about it. I never did. Does it look good?
I could be totally way off, but I think there's already like a Dutch movie that did this, and it's an American remake. But basically, it's like
a kid.
This one family meets this other family, and then they invite them to their like remote home, and then things get a little scary.
Oh,
and not as they seem.
Not as they seem. My favorite kind of being seen. Well, what the fuck? Yeah, that does look a little weird. And I actually think James McAvoy is like one of my top 10 favorite actors.
That's my.
He can be very intimidating and scary in horror movies.
Mm-hmm. I feel he was amazing in Split. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, foo. Add that to the list. That's one of M. Night Shyamalan's best movies, if you ask me.
Get some Anya Taylor-Joy as well.
It's her first movie.
Oh.
Yeah, she was I think like a British actor or actress in like TV shows before. Then M. Night Shyamalan invited her.
Do you guys remember that James McAvoy was in Narnia?
Yes, Mr. Tumnus. What do you think? You think
He's Mr. Tumnus?
He's Mr. Tumnus. You didn't know that?
I knew who didn't know.
Such an iconic character.
Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah.
And
wow.
what's your guys' favorite role of James McAvoy?
Professor X.
I was gonna say Professor X for me too.
No, for sure it's Wanted.
I haven't seen that.
Where they curve bullets with Angelina Jolie.
When he brutally
Sick
injures
movie.
Chris Pratt with a stapler.
God, I forgot Chris.
Or
Pratt
a
was a
pencil.
minor
Was
role.
a stapler or a pencil sharpener?
Keyboard.
It was
Well,
Chris
maybe I
Pratt
have
in that
seen
movie.
that. Yeah.
Hits him in the face, and then the keys fly off that spell "fuck
Yep.
you."
Yeah. It was such a cool rated R movie back in the day.
It's a classic teenage boy movie.
Yeah. Well,
Curving bullets.
We just showed the entire trailer, but that's all right. Nosferatu. So, first teaser of Nosferatu was shown at CinemaCon, including the first peek of Bill Skarsgård as the titular character. I'm very excited about that movie too. I think I think it takes balls to take a character that is so old, and you'd be like, "I'll create a new version of it." Like it's like as if somebody was like, "I'm going to remake Casablanca. I'm going to remake Lawrence of Arabia."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And Bill Skarsgård's a great choice.
Is that the old Skarsgård?
No, that's the weird looking one.
He's the one from The Clown.
Yeah, the clown boy.
There's so many Skarsgårds.
Yeah, he's in John Wick 4.
Ooh.
He's the villain. He's very good. He just is, because of his face, is a prototypical villain. Like, you can't really have. I thought he was going to be a villain in Barbarian, and he ended up being a good character in Barbarian.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like, when he just shows up, you're kind of like, this.
I truly thought he was the villain.
Yeah, same. And he just gets fucked near the end. All right, moving on. Oh, Twisters. So apparently there's footage shown of Twisters. Okay, that's good.
So I have no desire to see Twisters, but I do have a desire to see Twister again, because that was a fun movie.
Yeah,
the original
was good. It was really good. That's why I think this is gonna be a good one. I don't think they're gonna ruin it. Plus, it's one of what is it?
How do you make tornadoes scarier?
You do things like this, like you do. So they said like they got footage from real storm chasers they use in Twisters. Also, they're using not just one Twister; they're using two.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, but I think if you make it really loud, so if you're in the theater and it's like it feels like you're in a part of it, that's how you really get me scared.
Dolby.
IMAX.
This is definitely an A-list movie if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Oh my god, 40X, where it's shaking your chair and like blowing air at your face.
Oh man.
Five Nights at Freddy's, not the worst thing I've ever seen, but they're doing a second one because it made a lot of money.
How was the first one? I never watched it.
Not good. I mean, it was fine. Did you see it, Brad, or no?
I did not. I've never played the games, so I just didn't have a connection.
It's a game?
Yeah, it's a really famous game. It was really scary. I remember playing it on my phone back in the day. It was actually freaky.
It's a huge series. There's many of them.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's made a lot of money. Made a lot of money over the years. And then from there, I mean, really, that might just be it. I mean, and then I guess they did like Wolfman, Heroes sequels series is in the works. Did anyone here see Heroes?
Fucking love Heroes.
You would.
God, I didn't have cable, so
I was gonna say, how the hell did you watch it?
It was on NBC.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Uh-huh. That was a sick show to start. and then I think it got a little crazy. But
John Campea says the first season of it is the best first season he's ever seen of any TV show.
I love that. I can see it. I mean, it's just like random people, and then they discover they have powers, and then you're kind of like, I don't know. It's just different than Marvel. Like, it's just a humanized, like, people like, holy shit, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, one girl can't die. Like, she just keeps healing. And so, crazy shit happens.
Huh. Kind of like Wolverine. I'm just nerding out. Pharrell Williams is going to return for Despicable 4.
Nice.
I didn't know he was in the other ones.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I'm trying to think. And then do they have lines? Oh, 28 years later, it was announced. Nia DaCosta. And that's going to have Cillian Murphy apparently is rumored to be returning actually for these. But Nia DaCosta, did she do Marvels?
No, the Marvels.
The Marvels? She did. And then she did Candyman, which is actually a decent movie. Have you guys seen any of these movies before?
I've not.
No.
Oh, you haven't, Brad? I was actually expecting
these
you to say
like
that.
I thought you were saying
Like the 28 weeks later.
I have seen those. I thought you were talking about the Candyman and the
Marvels. Opening scene of 28 days later or 28 weeks. I forget which one where the guy just
Days is the first, and that's where he's just rolling around London and it's deserted.
Whatever one it is where the they're being chased and he just leaves his friend to die. Or his girlfriend. It was his girlfriend or friend. I forget how it works, but it really messed me up. I'm like, how could you do that to someone you love?
Yeah, I think that's the first.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ice Spice is going to be in the remake of High and Low. All right. So I think we're good with news for the day. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot going on. Tomorrow's going to be Disney and Paramount. So that'll be a big day for movie news and whatnot out there. Nice. Well, boys, I guess the next things are going to be this. We don't have to go through it all, but Civil War is coming out this weekend. I'm excited to see it. Brad, I'm getting tickets for us. So Brad and I are going to see it this weekend. I think this potentially could be the movie of the year. I mean, Brad, what have you heard so far for Civil War?
I've heard very good things, and it's just funny that we're in an election year and a movie about the Civil War, a new Civil War,
for sure,
is coming out.
Oh yeah,
I think it's timely, and it'll be very interesting just to think about it, also in connection to real life and kind of what's been going on.
Yeah,
it'll be scary.
Right, a real world example of what could happen.
Yeah. What is this statement of when I'm blanking out on it, but like when you wish something would happen, and when it happens, it sucks. I'm blanking out. That's how some guy described it. He goes, like, if you want this, like you Republicans or you Democrats out there who want a Civil War, like watch this movie, you're gonna wish it never happened.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like it is not a movie you want. It's kind of like how in Oppenheimer, when you kind of felt terrible because the point of Oppenheimer was the fact that a nuke was going off.
Yeah.
It could have destroyed the world. We don't know what could happen. That's the same with the Civil War situation. Vu, do you think you're going to see it?
I think I will see it, actually. I'm very intrigued by it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it has Nick Offerman as the president of the United States.
Yeah. I'm pretty pumped about that as well. Fallout, guys, comes out tonight. Fallout, the TV show on Prime. Check it out. Apparently, it's got amazing reviews.
Did you guys play the video game?
I did. I've played just Fallout 4.
I tried playing Fallout 3.
I've never played it, so
it's like if you've played Skyrim, it's Skyrim, but different world.
Did you ever play anything, Vu?
I was a big Pokemon guy in college.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Pokemon Go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Pokemon Go. You were always walking around.
Yep. I still do.
No, he visited us in Chicago and be like, I got to go. Look.
That is so funny.
Didn't you go to Lincoln Park and look?
I don't remember, but yeah, that sounds like me.
Where's the coolest place you've gone to find Pokemon?
Mall of America.
Nice.
Not to dox myself or anything.
Oh, you don't live there though.
No, you were just visiting, dude.
Just to visit. Yeah.
I got my twins hat on. We've got some connections there.
Yeah, rep the brand.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean, other than that, and then I guess Brad, Jon Snow is. We've gone through a lot of news today, but Jon Snow is no longer going to be in active development. That was supposed to be going on, and they didn't have a good story, so they're not doing anything with it. Do you care? Do you feel bad about it? Or Vu, do you care at all?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I did. There's not a lot on it. I think they just thought he's the biggest character, and I don't even know, was it going to be a character that was post everything that happened,
I
or
believe it was supposed to be.
it was supposed to be post, and then also like
cool to see. Yeah.
material without George R. R. Martin. Like, you're creating an entirely new thing
We've
without
seen how
him.
that went.
Yeah.
Didn't go well. So
Well, I don't hate it. I just want to say I am one of the people that is on the bad side of history with that. I actually liked it.
You like the
liked
ending?
the final season?
I did like the final season, yeah, because the only season I got to watch live. So I was like, "Is this sick, guys?"
Everyone around you like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, dude, this is not that good. I'm like, no, what do you mean? So what doesn't make sense?
That might be the hot take.
hilarious.
That might be the hot take of the episode.
Yeah, I did not hate it. I really didn't.
Wow.
That would have been cool. I didn't know that they were going to
Comment and subscribe if you liked it.
That would have been cool for them to do, like, a follow-up, because he definitely deserved one. The way that season ended.
I mean, do you
Yeah,
guys
there's
know what kind of stories they could have gone into?
He went into the Night's Watch again, right?
So it would just be a season of him just watching, be like, "Oh, well, there's somebody walking by."
Maybe he could make a play back into Westeros. I don't know.
I think he went beyond the wall, so it was more wildling focused, which would be kind of cool.
Which would be really cool.
But if I'm being honest with you, I mean, with the White Walkers being gone,
there's not too much.
I don't really know what else. You're just fighting the cold.
Yeah.
You also could just create new characters. Like, that's also a thing. Like,
yeah,
it's fantasy.
There's that world is humongous.
Oh, so you can't come up with a new character?
No, I'm saying yes. Like, there's so much.
Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna say
there's so much you could do. I mean, you're seeing how House of the Dragon, like that's 200 years before the original show, and that thing is hyped as hell.
Yeah.
Kev,
are you watching X-Men 97?
I am. It's really good. Yeah, it's like, this is a cartoon. These are some deep stories.
Yeah. I the first couple episodes I was like, but now watching more, I'm like, oh, this is
Are you still watching, Vu?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they had the kid, and dude, I thought I got really good after that.
Yeah.
And then Magento got in, or I mean Magneto. He came here.
Magento.
You like that?
I was so confused.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like these are way more complex storylines than I would expect from a animated superhero show.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was not expecting. I thought, okay, I get a little bit of nostalgia, kind of comic booky, but this is it's really good. I'm really pumped up. It's Invincible level of good, if you ask me.
Oh, cool.
When it comes to an animation.
Yeah.
I like, Brad, if you want like good X-Men storytelling with more themes that are a little bit more adult, political, I would say even, I do recommend it. It's only 25 minutes episodes, I think, maybe 30.
Yeah. Have you watched the latest episode? I see that episode 5 is one of the best.
I haven't, but apparently it's got insane reviews.
Dang, I'm excited now.
It makes people like tear up, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, apparently it's just got like, I think or I guess the way they describe it is that people thought X-Men 97 was gonna be good, but like nobody expected it to be this good and like this deep, and it used to be really deep. And if you look back at X-Men 97, it's always been kind of considered a woke show, whatever the fuck that means.
Mm-hmm.
But they're nailing it. I mean, they're giving good characters, a little more complex. I mean, one of the episodes, spoiler, please skip. But unless Brad, you don't want me to say it, but I mean, Storm loses her powers.
Yeah.
And that's a very big thing. And she's one of the leaders, and she leaves the X-Men. And that's the last thing I saw. But like, you're kind of feeling with the repercussions. Professor X is no longer with them. Like, Magneto's now running the team. It's just, there's things that's just so, okay, does that seem like it would work? But it's working better than I ever expected. Vu, what else would you like to add to it?
No, I think you hit it right on the dot. Like, there's a lot of characters in that show that I wasn't even aware were in the X-Men. Like, I never watched the original 97 show. So characters like Jubilee, a lot of the other characters that are supporting, it's cool to see different faces in the X-Men. So
yeah, completely agree. I definitely recommend checking it out. I think it's a very good show. And then my last movie news for the day is that Fantastic Four is not in the current MCU. So whenever Fantastic Four shows up in Secret Wars, when all the superheroes come together, apparently it's going to be apparently there's going to be coming in for one thing and then going back to their own universe. They're not going to be interacting with Spider-Man. They're not going to be interacting with the X-Men or with Hulk or it's going to be its own thing, which I'm not really excited about, because apparently from what I've heard is that the Fantastic Four has some of the best storylines with other superheroes. And you take away things like, apparently there was a storyline where Johnny Storm dies. So the Thing is so pissed off and he's so distraught about it. He gets into a fight with Thor and the Hulk, and they let him essentially beat the shit out of them because he's so distraught and just, so bothered. I guess there's a storyline where Spider-Man needs to be saved by Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, and we're not going to get something like that. Apparently, it's one of the top stories. So I'm a little disappointed by that. Again, it's kind of like Marvel not really reading the comics and creating their own thing.
Don't they want to make it more cohesive? Like it's
one of the more cohesive groups. But this is all rumors again at the end of the day.
Yeah, so, I did see there's a live casting of the Watcher. I don't know if you guys seen What If or not.
I haven't. No. Or I have. Yes, he's the one who's talking.
Yes, he controls and overlooks all multiverses.
Yeah.
All universes. So it'll be interesting to see how he interacts.
What is Brad laughing about?
Kevin, I just want to let you know that the comments you keep typing out are on our YouTube.
Oh, are they? Nice. I didn't know that. Oh, we're getting interaction. That's weird.
Hell yeah.
But
yeah, do you guys want to do that final segment? I mean, I guess nobody's really listening at the end here. I just feel like it's getting a little long.
Let's get a finale here.
All right.
We got a lot of news here, so we can wrap her up.
All right, cool, man. Well, do you want to do it next week then? Should we do the Ratatouille?
Yeah, it gives me some time to do my prompt.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we can do another one next week too. But yeah, like we said, everyone out there, we've got a lot of fun things coming up. I know this is a shorter episode, but we've had a long day with this podcast. And also like we said, it's just only going to be getting better and better. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Actually, we really don't have a Twitter, but follow us on Instagram, follow us on Spotify, like our channel, subscribe and download. That always helps us as well, especially with us trying to get sponsors. It really will help. We appreciate everyone out there just listening in and being a part of the show. Do you have anything you guys want to end the podcast with, or anything you guys want to say?
Just another great episode. This was more news heavy, but with CinemaCon coming out, I think it's important to give the people a little bit of meat to their bones before they get the fun stuff.
Yeah.
You heard it here first,
Yeah. And this episode is definitely in the, you heard it here first. This one's definitely in the realm of kind of like a Oscar episode / an Academy Award episode. But yeah, just keep liking, guys, keep subscribing, keep checking us out. I mean, we're only going to keep doing more content, better content, and we appreciate everyone listening out there. So subscribe. I keep saying it, but just do it.
Yeah.
Just keep viewing our stuff. So hey, we appreciate everyone out there. Yeah, and send out the super chats as well. Is there anything else we want them to do? Like us? Like me?
Do you like me?
Yeah. We end this episode with the question of, do you like me?
Make sure you comment which of us you like the most.
Please rank us.
Yeah. Can you rank us? Yeah. Do I overtalk?
Am I annoying?
Am I? Why should Brad Pitt play me in a movie? All right, guys. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure as always. I'll see you guys next week on episode 29 of Filmaholics. But at the end of the day, episode 28 is done. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, guys.